Right, everybody, welcome to our third week of Intro to Com Virtual Academy style. Your work is looking good. I know that we're kind of starting to ramp up this week, but everything that you've been doing so far is looking good, so you should be proud of yourself. Um, and sometimes you might not complete a worksheet and turn it in and still get full points. That's because I grade looking for specific things, and if you hit those standards while I'm grading, you will get all the points. But if you ever don't get all the points for something, I will explain why you don't get all the points. So don't worry about that. Okay. So for week 3, we're going to start by doing your journal entry. I'm loving reading your journals. It's a great way for me to get to know you throughout this whole virtual academy experience in general. I know it's easy to feel disconnected from your teachers and your classmates by the very nature of what we're doing, which is fine for most of you. Like, honestly, go for it. Love it. But I do like getting to know you a little bit throughout your journals. I do read them even if I don't comment. If something like really stands out to me as comment worthy, then sometimes I comment, but I don't always. Um, a few people had a question about turning in the journal. You do not have to turn it in at the end of every week. I actually go into the live document while you're still working on it and check it. So you do not have to turn it in every week. And then at the end of the semester, I'll make an announcement that's like, hey, don't forget to turn in your journal. But otherwise, we are working on the same document throughout the entire quarter. And then we're going to wrap up our grammar unit, intro to grammar stuff with grammar 3 and 4, practice and quiz each. And then we're moving into our next unit, which is summary and review writing. We're going to start with some summary practice, which might seem kind of straightforward for a lot of you. I feel like you've been doing summaries for a pretty long time in school, but it's kind of funny how often it's never directly taught what a summary is. So on this summary practice worksheet, I've got information on how to actually do it. So the steps on what makes a good summary. You want to have who, what, when, where, why. Back up, Miss Molly, slow down. I don't edit these videos, so it's kind of on the fly. So what you're going to do this week is watch a short animated film called Hair Love. It's available on YouTube. I've got the link right here. And you're going to write a 6 to 8 sentence summary of Hair Love in this box. But what you need to do is make sure that you are incorporating all of these. So let's go through them. The first one is who, what, when, where, why. Who is involved? What are they doing? When is it happening? Why and how? You want to make sure you have all of those when you have a summary of a text. It keeps your listeners engaged and it makes sure you are covering all of the important aspects. It's kind of similar to reporting in journalism. Number 2, mention the title and the author of the source. So since this is a video, who's the director, who's the creator, who are the main characters, what's the title? So if I were doing this, I would start by saying Hair Love by director Matthew A. Cherry. Tells the story of a girl learning to love her hair. And that could be the first sentence. And then you're going to continue working on your 5 W's. So the who, what, when, where, why, and how. I would take notes while you are watching the video to make sure you are hitting all of those so you don't have to watch it several times. And then you want to make sure you reread your summary so that it makes sense. Whenever I submit anything for an assignment, I always like to read through anything that I've written. It just helps make sure that everything sounds correctly. Sometimes your ear can catch things that you can't catch just from looking at your document. So I would reread your summary, make sure you've expressed thoughts in your words and you are not copying anything from the actual source. And then number 6 is kind of hard to do when we're summarizing a video to a piece of work. If you're summarizing a novel, the maximum should be 30% of the length. But because this is a short film, you're not making a video response. That would be 30% of the short film. So don't really worry about that. That's why I put the 6 to 8 sentences. That will be the perfect amount of a summary for a short film. And then always have someone else proofread and edit. The more eyes you get on your documents and your written work, the better it is. So please go in, have someone read it. It might seem silly when it's just an introductory type of summary here. And we'll do that with some reading pieces next week. But this week we are just starting summary writing. Eventually we'll get into review writing, which is like, what did you think of this album, movie, book, etc., which is kind of an intense skill. So we'll be working on that. But I think that's everything I need to go over this week. All you got to do is your journal entry, the 2 grammars, grammar 3, grammar 4, and then your summary practice assignment for Hair Love. I think that's all I've got for you. Just email me if you have any questions. Sign up for Google Meet if you want. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.